got a real friend, you don't need much. Just a place to sit and fish is more than enough. When you got a real pal, there's nothing too tough. Together it is better when you got your real bud. Real bud.
John, welcome back to our San Francisco episode.
San Francisco? When do we go there?
Well, it's the 49er.
Ooh, the 49th episode of Real Buds. Next one is number 50. That's a milestone, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I really do. I'm kind of amazed we made it this far.
We'll be over the hill.
Without killing each other.
Well, things could change this episode.
Okay, all right. Let's see if it will.
All right. Well, I thought today it could be called your flu game, your Jordan flu game.
My Jordan flu game?
You know, you had that one game where the stomach flu and he was throwing up and he still showed up and had one of his better games.
Yeah, just powered right through
He
it.
sucked it up. Well, John had his crown fall off this week, and he's still
I did.
He's still out here.
Was yesterday. Went to work and was munching on a blueberry muffin. And all of a sudden I felt this thing in my mouth. I thought, that seems odd. Wonder what this is. So I kind of took it out and looked at it and I went, that kind of looks like my tooth. And then, of course, you do the wandering around with the tongue, and the next thing you know, it's, oh, no, this is not good. So one of my crowns fell out. So I immediately called the doctor's office, and they were kind enough to get me in yesterday and get part of it taken care of. I had to have it filmed and videoed and all kinds of stuff so they can make up a new one. And
filmed and videoed? Well,
it was kind of I forget.
Were you the dentist?
What they kind of did a laser thing around, and just so they got all the dimensions correctly and all that kind of stuff. And then they send it off to the lab, and then the lab has to make it up, and that's what takes the time.
They didn't do a hernia test while you were there, too,
no,
did they?
Well, yeah, they did, as a matter of fact.
But they were filming, and it was just weird.
I heard that snap of the glove, and I thought, this doesn't seem right. But
this isn't the dentist.
This isn't a good dentist.
It's the tooth in here.
So in any event, I have to go back on the 7th and have a temporary filling put on.
So the king's missing his crown.
I am. The king is missing his crown. This feels weird, you know?
You look different.
I feel kind of a little different.
Your swagger's off.
Yeah. The swag's gone, man.
Shoot.
It really is. But you have to chew differently, and it just seems like everything's kind of all different.
Can you turn that into as a workplace injury?
That's a good idea.
Who provided the muffin?
I bought it on the way to work.
No. Yeah. Well,
hey, can I'm going to Quick Trip and sue them, can I?
Well, it was in the four walls of work, so you could probably.
That's a good question for your sister.
Yeah, I'll ask her.
All right, yeah.
Should we call her?
Well, let's give her a call and see what she has to say.
Probably billable, those hours. I'll get an invoice.
She is billable, yeah.
I can't afford my own sister.
No, I can't.
Be a Christmas gift.
Merry Christmas. 3 free hours or something.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I'd take it. That'd be good.
My gifts aren't worth that much, even. I can't.
Yeah, I'm sure she's up there.
One free legal question.
On the phone.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's kind of weird out, and I know everybody else has had toothless problems, and one's falling out, and kind of weird things happening in your mouth. So anyway, no big deal. But it's just very, very expensive to have it redone.
Got to get a new job again. Go back to work so you can pay for your teeth.
Got to go back to work and pay for my toothless.
I just thought I should note that we are not in Iraq right now, as it may sound. We're in my basement.
Oh, that's true. We are at the TBB Studios.
And my roof is getting
downtown
replaced.
Olathe.
Not quite downtown.
Not quite, but it's in Olathe, Kansas.
It's not gunfire you're hearing. That is a nail gun in my roof.
Mm-hmm.
So John had to postpone yesterday because of his tooth. And today we could not postpone any longer because I'm going out of town.
Yep.
So we're gonna power through the gunfire.
The nail gunning. So yeah, what transpired on the roof? What all that happened?
Well, we had some hail. The roof was probably way too old to be covered, but we got fortunate and it was covered. So it's being replaced finally, and they started at like 8 a.m. and they've been going ever since. So come on by.
You know what? I've seen these guys working on roofs before, and I'm amazed at their tenacity and how, their work ethic. Because, man, they are just constantly on the go.
Who's they?
The roofing guys.
Yeah, just all the roofers?
All the roofers. Yeah.
Yeah, there's part of our roof that's very angled. I looked out there, and there's a guy with just a piece of foam. He's kind of like sitting.
Yeah, just kind of sitting on it.
No big deal.
No problem.
And I get on a 2-foot step stool, and I'm,
I'm afraid.
Spot me. Did I update my insurance?
Yeah, right. I know.
Taylor's your life insurance?
Yeah,
what does it cover?
Morale says, no, that's too high. Get down. Sit down from there.
Tell John I love him if something happens.
Yeah, we'll call him. We'll call the guy.
Give Otis a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just can't do heights, and I look out there and watch them, and they're just talking away and dancing probably and hammering and nailing, and I couldn't just stand there. And
what's the weirdest thing? Weirdest height that you've been to?
The highest height?
Yeah.
That's a good question, John. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I flew last weekend, so that's probably 32.
No, not that.
Okay.
But I mean, like in a building or something that it just kind of, you look and go, whoa. You kind of get this little feeling in your stomach and like, oh man, this is way too high for me.
I mean, it doesn't take much for me to have that feeling anymore.
2 steps on a step ladder.
Yeah. I mean,
Janelle's help.
I mean, your son-in-law Mike at work, he's got a window view on the second floor, and I look out that too close to the edge, and I might get a little.
Really? Okay.
No, it's not that bad.
Okay.
Our building is 5 floors though, and if I look down from the balcony, there's a big open atrium. That'll get my palms sweaty.
Yeah.
I've been on some higher roller coasters. I think I went on one of the Chicago skyscraper things. Maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it was just a roller coaster or something. But how about you?
I've had the honor and privilege of being in the World Trade Center before it came down, and that was scary. I mean, it took exactly 60 seconds to go up on the elevator to the top floor, which was like 114 floors or something like that, something crazy. And there was a restaurant and a bar up there that we went to that night. And I can remember walking over to the windows to the edge, and the windows kind of came down and then they jutted in a little bit, so you could see all the way down when you got to the railing, and that just scared me to death. I mean, it was kind of like one of these really pivotal moments when you thought, ooh, where's the restroom, please?
Did you ever do any like tall roller coasters or anything?
Oh, sure, did the roller coaster, but that didn't seem to bother me. It just seemed like buildings and things like that bother me. I went to the used to be called the John Hancock Building in Chicago.
The Willis Tower now?
Is it? I don't know what it's called, but in any event, that's pretty neat to go to the top too.
I think it's a Sears Tower. It was now called Willis.
Yeah, it was called the Sears Tower, and that kind of gave me the same quivers,
Yeah, I think the time I was most scared of heights was also in, well, even Mall of America. They have escalators that are kind of like outward facing, and that'll get me nervous. But
where is that? That's up in
Minneapolis,
Minnesota.
And then
that's not a bad drive. That'd be kind of a fun couple-day trip for Cutie Pie and I.
So we could do a podcast in Mall of America.
We probably could.
On the escalator, just keep going up and down.
Up and down. Okay, quick, get off, Taylor. We're down in that last two steps. Get down.
I think I mentioned before a Chicago trip where I was on escalators, and you could see the middle of the place, and it probably went up like 14 floors or something. Maybe I'm misremembering, but it was pretty high. And I didn't like that I could jump off the side if I wanted to.
I forget what airport we were in on the way coming back from our last vacation in Florida. I think it was a Tampa airport, maybe. And you looked at the escalator, and it just looked like it was almost straight up, just really, really tall. But once you got on it, you didn't have that feeling anymore of.
I did one recently at T-Mobile Center in Kansas City. We went to a concert. And we were second to last row, and there's an escalator that didn't have any sort of like support for like 10 stories. It felt like, and it just kept going, and I just was really nervous.
Yeah, just kind of
closing my eyes and rocking back and forth. Janelle was holding me. I had a Coors Light in my hand.
She holds you a lot, doesn't she?
Yes.
God love her.
But yeah, September 11th was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You said you wanted to talk about it.
Well, I just want to say, it's just remember it, and it's kind of it's a sad day, but yet again, it's a happy day for me.
Really?
Yeah, and the reason it's a sad day, obviously, is because of the 9/11 and the airplanes crashing into the World Trade Center and bringing those down, and killing all of those people. But it's also a very happy day because it's a year later. My grandson was born on 9/11.
2 years. I found out
2 years.
yesterday.
Okay, 2 years ago. That's correct.
So I heard he was born in 2003, which is wild to think about people being born that year.
Yeah.
And being able to drink a beer now.
Yeah. And, yeah. As a matter of fact, we had a little conversation about that yesterday on 9/11. But in any event, that's, it's a sad day and a very happy day for me.
Well, it's just sad for me. I don't have any grandkids that turn 21.
No, not yet.
What did he say about the beer?
Which beer?
You said we had a conversation about beer yesterday.
Oh, yeah. We talked about, he said he was lamenting to me that he went to the liquor store and to buy some beer down in Fort Worth, and the same guy that he always went to buy beer, and he gave him his real ID, and the guy behind the counter looked at it and just grilled him. Just went through the whole process of how do you know you're 21 and this and Ryan's going, hey, this is legit. The one I've been using for the last 3 years, it wasn't.
What, you just turned 21?
Yeah, just turned 21.
I thought you were from Rhode Island.
Yeah. So anyway, it's kind of fun. Kind of fun. I told him I was going to take him to Kelly's when he gets in town.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Your first grandkid that's 21.
First grandkid is 21, and I remember Mr. Kelly when I turned 21. Gave me a little shot of Irish whiskey. I won't do that with Ryan, but
why?
Because he's not an Irish whiskey kind of guy.
He's about to be.
Yeah, he could be.
I sent him a Venmo for a beer.
Oh, did you? Good.
And I said, just make sure you drink a Dasani in between here and be smart.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I've heard you got to do that. So,
yeah.
Shout out to Ryan Murray.
Yep. Happy birthday, Ryan Murray. Love you bunches.
Toodles. But yeah, I went on a work trip last week.
Yeah.
Speaking of Fort Worth, I was in Texas for the first time ever.
Really?
Ever. It's the second biggest state, right?
Yeah. What'd you think?
It was humid and I sweat a lot.
Will you go back?
For fun. I'll go back for work too, but it'd be nice to go and explore in like the fall, not August or September.
Right. It gets pretty warm down there.
I think from the time I landed on the plane, I was sweating until I landed back here. So
one of those kind of deals.
Yeah.
Good trip. Good trip though.
It was a good, successful trip. But yeah, on the way back, I forgot my Dramamine. On the way there, every trip I buy a bottle of this stuff or like a little tube of it.
Why?
They're pills because every trip I forget to bring it. So I probably have like 8 different, it's like chapstick. I have 8 different things laying around and I always forget to bring it. So I used to take just regular and that made me tired. So last trip I bought less drowsy, still felt terrible. So this trip I was at the airport and bought non-drowsy, which is a thing. They were really big pills, which you might know my phobia is big pills.
Right.
And I took those on the way to Texas, and it seemed to help. And of course, the way back, I forgot them, and it was bumpy. And Mike sat across the aisle from me, and he said he looked over and could tell I was just not
turning pale.
I was just starting to get clammy, and
yeah,
I think he was making it up, but I was not feeling great, and just kind of sweaty, and
yeah, it's kind of one of those deals.
Of course, right when we took off, the pilot said, it's going to be a little bumpy at the end. And sure enough, it was. and it didn't feel great. So, I was going to tell you something about it though.
We've had one scary experience on being bumpy on aircraft, and that was when Mary Alice was pregnant with the girls, and we were flying back from Richmond, Virginia. We went on a vacation out there, and kind of went back east to visit the Washington, D.C. and places like that. And apparently we hit an air pocket or something. But I mean, it was just like literally somebody had taken that airplane and just dropped it like thousands of feet. You know, it scared both of us. I mean, it was just kind of like
And your cigarette went flying?
my ciggy was gone. I mean, it was just, don't know where that went.
Just lighting up the carpet on fire?
Yeah. But
so anyway, wild you could do that.
That was crazy. I mean, that was really, truly scary. I was fearful that, you know, it create some problems for Cutie Pie, but it didn't.
That's good.
As far as the pregnancy, yeah.
The smoking didn't hurt her either?
No.
That's good.
No.
You were really concerned about it?
Yeah, I was concerned about
Here, finish off my whiskey for
pocket,
me.
Yeah.
When I made note of this, in the TSA, I had a 6:20 flight. So you want to guess?
Morning?
Yeah, I want to guess what time I got up for that?
What time?
I want to hear your guess.
3:30.
No, earlier.
Really?
Yeah,
3?
3. I got there pretty early.
That just kind of blows. I mean, by the time you get up, you're drowsy. You know, you're just kind of still groggy, and because you haven't gone through that really deep sleep cycle yet.
Went to bed early that night, but I still woke up at 3 and was afraid to go back to bed. So got up at 3.
Sleep through it.
Left by 3:15. Got up there around 4 to the airport. Got through security because I went extra early because the last flight I cut it close and I was almost late for my flight. So don't like doing that.
Nope.
But got to security and saw a cool sign, and I want you to guess what object they put that you couldn't bring through TSA.
What object?
Yeah, I'll give you some hints after you start to guess.
A knife.
Well, no, it's not even considered a weapon.
Oh, it isn't? Toothpaste.
No.
A toothbrush.
No. Non-hygiene related.
Trying to think what it would be. Shoelaces. No, that's comes with the shoes.
Nothing that could really be considered a weapon. I mean, you could use it as one, but
I have no idea. What is
I'll
it?
say it's holiday themed.
Oh. A Christmas wreath.
No.
Santa Claus.
Right holiday. No.
Rudolph and the Sleigh.
There's a liquid in it.
Oh. Bourbon.
Not Christmas related.
Fireball. That's kind of Christmas-y.
It's not a drink.
Oh. You got me, Taylor. I don't know.
It's a snow globe.
A snow globe. You can't bring a snow globe?
Which means there must have been at least a couple people who tried to bring a snow globe to warrant a sign for no snow globes.
Apparently.
So we must have a good snow globe market in Kansas City that they're afraid people are going to bring a lot through. So just so you know.
I wonder what they never know what's inside of those things, you know?
I mean, I think just the liquid, but I don't know if they're known to explode or something or what.
Could be.
So that's what I found.
Something flammable.
And then
that's interesting. An interesting tidbit, a fact.
On the way back, your son-in-law Mike was on the trip, and if you had a flight that left at, let's say, 2:20, what time would you leave for the airport if you were half an hour away?
Oh, what time would I leave?
Yeah.
2:20. The flight leaves 2:20. I would probably leave maybe at 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I left at noon.
Okay. Well, that's fine. That's all right. Better safe than sorry. I mean, you know.
But Mike said he wanted to go to lunch at noon. So I was just kind of stressing, and he knew. He knows what kind of like triggers me. And we were waiting for our food.
Oh, that's good stuff. I love it.
We were waiting for our food, and he said, "This is stressing you out, isn't it?" And I said, "Yeah, I would have left an hour ago." So we got the Uber and got to the airport at 1:45 or so. No, because it boarded at 1:50. So we probably got there at 1:30. But of course he had TSA pre-check and I did not. So, and I had to check a bag and he did not. So got through the line, got through the x-ray. And have you ever had a pat down before at the airport?
Oh, yes, I certainly have.
Well, I had quite the experience.
I did too. You know, it was quite nice, actually.
I wouldn't say that. I got through and he said, okay, turn around. And he showed me the monitor where just my crotch was bright red on the monitor. And I said, okay, cool. This is great.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know if it means that there's, I don't know if it shows metal or heat or moisture. I don't know.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, so you can tell he does this a million times a day because how fast he said his next few sentences that I didn't hear anything of. I just caught something about the back of the hand. So I said, okay. So he had me turn back around. He's reaching all over.
So he basically was having his way with you?
Let's not go there, but I just said,
well, why not?
That's for my wife and my doctor only. And
my shrink.
Not that doctor. What does
Not
your
that
shrink
one.
do? That's for your dentist.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he did
it's
that. Had me turn,
combination of all in one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Had me turn back around, did the front side.
Mm-hmm.
So that was great. And then he said, his quote to me was, "It's not gay if the TSA does it."
Is that what he said?
I think his quote actually was, "I saw a shirt that said it's not gay if it's the TSA." But I think it was better with just me pretending he said it.
Yeah,
And
I agree with that.
And I think
I'd do that with this, keep the story the way it was.
But yeah, he said, "I saw this shirt and it said this," and I said, "I don't know, I didn't feel that way."
I did have a pat down. Now that you mentioned it, I forget where we were going. We were on one of the vacation things, and I have to get a hold of my son-in-law Mike and have him get us set up on this TSA thing, because that's kind of a nice thing, because you kind of zip right through. You don't have any problems, and I didn't know if there's any pre-requirements or, I can claim I'm old and senile, and they'll say, "Fine, come on."
There's something about them, you being in front of a crowd and them saying, "Do you have any weapons on you?" You say, "Nope, not any weapons," and then they pat you down.
Anyway, just in case.
It's not a weapon.
Not a weapon.
So that was fun.
All right, we'll leave it at that.
And then I had to go tell Mike I got patted down and I felt violated. So
yeah.
Anyway, that was my story.
Well, it wasn't a bad violation, was it?
Again, I did not like it.
No, I'm sure. Well, never know.
For the third time, I did not like it. Anywho.
It's not what you said off air, but we'll leave it at that.
This is for a different episode. Speaking of flying.
Real Buds Dark or Black or midnight, what they call it? After Dark. That's it. Real Buds After Dark, yeah.
On our Patreon. Speaking of flying, going new places, you asked for new stats. We have 2 new countries, John.
Yeah, what do we have? Yes.
Do you want to guess?
Ireland.
I think we can't stop until we get to Ireland. That should be our rule.
I think that's going to be the goal. Okay, so it was not Ireland.
We have to get to the motherland.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Germany?
No.
Liechtenstein.
Close-ish. Close.
Close-ish?
I'll look up Germany and tell you which direction.
The Netherlands.
Nope.
Newfoundland.
Nope. Isn't Newfoundland near Canada or in Canada?
Yeah, pretty close.
Okay, it's okay. One of them touches Germany, the southeast.
Ooh, southeast. I'm trying to visualize the geography in my head.
And this country touches that country, this other one.
Serbia.
Nope.
Okay, I give up.
Austria.
Oh, one of my favorite countries too. I've always wanted to go to Austria on
Christmas. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Vienna, or where did you say you wanted to go?
Just wanted to do a Christmas, take the family and go to Austria and rent a castle. And
Well, now's our
stay in
chance.
one. Yeah.
If you are the listener from Austria, please leave a comment.
That's
and
right. Thank you very much.
let us know where John can stay
Yeah.
for his family trip.
Yep.
You want to guess the other country?
Germany, Austria, Poland.
No.
I don't know. Give up. What?
Slovenia.
Slovenia.
Do you know any? Oh, you know who's from Slovenia?
Who?
Melania Trump
She is.
and Luka Doncic. Do you know him?
No,
He's a
I know.
top 5 basketball player in the world right now, probably.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then a bunch of other ones that I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's
Ooh.
interesting.
Anze Kopitar, he plays for the LA Kings. Hockey.
Some really good athletes coming out of
Some
there.
good basketball players.
I like it.
Okay, you want to know some Austria ones?
Sure.
Do you know any Austria famous people?
I do not.
You know one.
I probably know one, but Princess Grace? No.
What I gotta do a good accent for him. Dang it. I'll be back. That's one.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's from Serbia. Or Austria. Yeah.
Austria, yeah.
Marie Antoinette.
Okay. Yeah.
What did she do again?
She was, wasn't she the Queen of France or something?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
She was the first female pilot, I thought.
Marie Antoinette?
That was my first guess. But
No, that was.
wait, don't tell me. That was, don't tell me. First female pilot.
Yep.
What's her first name start with?
The female pilots?
Yeah.
Amelia.
Well, I meant her letter. Amelia Earhart.
Yeah.
Okay. Close. Marie Antoinette. Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, I think Marie Antoinette died in like 1649 or something like that.
1793.
Okay, well.
Sigmund Freud.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Let me guess. Philosopher.
Yep.
He's a neurologist.
Psychologist or something.
He's a
Psychology is all kind of based around
neurologist and
Freudian
founder of
theory.
psychoanalysis.
Yeah, there you go.
Franz Schubert. Don't know him.
Okay, he's a composer.
Anton Bruckner.
Don't know him.
Arnold Schoenberg.
Don't know Arnie.
Helmut Berger. Oh.
Didn't know Helmy.
She died last year.
Oh, she did. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
She was known for her portrayal of narcissistic and sexually ambiguous characters.
Really?
R.I.P. Helmut. Ludwig Wittgenstein.
I would have never guessed
Oh,
that.
this guy, Christoph Waltz. He's an actor, and he, you didn't recognize him. Well, this is fun.
Well, this is fun. I'm thrilled that somebody from Austria has listened to our podcast. Thank you very much.
Please,
Whoever it
tell
is.
your friends. Do you have a feeling that it's maybe Ryan who's spreading the news or one of your grandkids at their school?
Possibly.
Back to school, and we already have 2 new countries. Is it a coincidence?
I think it's it's
think
an
not.
omen. I like it.
Otherwise, I'm not sure if the other.
It doesn't break it down by geography, does it, Taylor, on that, or does it just say Austria?
You want to know the city?
Yeah.
It is Vienna.
Vienna, Austria.
That's the big one.
Wow, that's the one. That's the main guy.
Vienna, they're known for their cheese. What's a Vienna? There's something that's a.
Oh, they're known for so many things.
Isn't there a thing called like a Vienna something like a Vienna?
You know what? I'm not sure what.
Sausage.
Sausage.
That was close.
Yep.
Part of the charcuterie board.
Yep.
And then Slovenia. Never heard of this one. Ljubljana. LjubljanA.
Boy, I would love to hear from that person.
Reach out, please.
Yeah, please do. Send us a quick note on
realbudspodcast@gmail.com, or you
Yeah.
can probably leave a voice memo on something if you'd like.
Yeah.
Reach out. We want to talk to you. We'll interview you.
We'd love to interview you sometime. We'd love to interview the person from Austria as well.
Or any of you.
Yeah.
Including the United States.
Yep.
Want, Missouri is in the lead for listeners, 26%.
Really?
Iowa number 2, Kansas, Colorado number 4, Nebraska number 5, and then we got Texas tied for 6.
Yeah, I know
Ohio.
I know where that's coming from.
So
Miami of Ohio. I know where that's coming from.
we'll get there.
Yep.
You want to know another fun stat?
What?
It's probably embarrassing because we've been doing this for almost 50 episodes, but we finally reached 1,000 plays on Spotify.
Really? Fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
that's great.
Imagine, I mean, it's probably repeat customers, but imagine
Doesn't matter. We appreciate
a
them
venue that holds 1,000 people, and we
Yep.
filled that.
all. Yeah,
A lot of them being my mom and dad, my uncle,
that's true.
They're
The
twins.
bulk of that.
taking up the first 12 rows.
Yep.
So that's exciting.
That is exciting.
We'll have to get your family an all expenses paid trip to Austria for Christmas.
That'd be
From
nice. Can we write it off through the podcast, you think?
I don't think we have a tax ID, so probably not. If I take your pictures there, though, that's a business write-off.
Well, for you, it would be.
Maybe I can have you take my picture, and then you can write it off.
Okay. I'll start my own photography company.
They don't ask to see the results, so it could work.
They don't?
Maybe Chris could make a table, and he could write it off while he's there.
Okay.
A coaster.
Yeah. Yeah. We can do a lot of different things. We can make this thing work.
Yeah.
We'll work on this and make sure that we get a trip to Austria out of
We
it.
could have Witten play bagpipes while we're
We
there.
could.
That he could write that off.
We could.
It's part of his business.
Yeah.
There's some options.
We do have a lot of options.
Woods does
going.
videography now. He could do a little
Sure.
video.
He sure could. He sure can.
Chris could DJ while we're there.
Yeah. Chris could DJ.
Make some T-shirts. He's got a few things.
We
he
have
could...
a lot of things going.
All right.
A lot of things happening.
Hopefully the IRS doesn't listen to this podcast.
I hope
because
so.
I found out my uncle works for the IRS the other week.
Which one?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
He said that apparently it's grounds for firing if you look up any of your personal records or family relatives or their
That's
folder.
correct.
So
That is correct.
no need in knowing who it is because
Yeah.
he can't touch your stuff.
I had a number of people that I knew that worked for the IRS, and they said the same thing. You know, they can't touch anything, and they're strictly monitored as to who they can and who they touch and who they don't,
It's no
as far
fun.
as the taxes are concerned.
Hmm.
You just can't randomly walk in, open a file cabinet, and look at Taylor Atkinson's tax return.
It's full. It'd be overflowing.
Well,
Like a
it'd be
Jack in the Box with files popping up.
clowns
Past due, past due, past due.
clowns jumping out everywhere.
Yeah, speaking of clowns, did you watch the debate?
I did watch the debate. What'd you think?
I turned it on and then pretty quickly turned it off. I watched
That
about
quickly?
15 minutes.
Did you?
I'm not going to go too much into it,
No, we don't do politics, but
but you wanted
just-
to.
well, I just kind of wanted. I was just kind of curious to what you thought.
I have a preference and who I might vote for,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't like listening to either one of them talk. And it was just not really going anywhere because they would not answer the questions that they were given, either one of them really. And then obviously Trump would go off the rails and bring up something different. And
Mm-hmm.
I just know that Otis has been terrified to go to Ohio ever since that played. 'Cause,
He's been scared to death, right?
man, they're eating our dogs, they're eating our pets. So yeah, good luck getting Otis in your sedan
Yeah,
and
really.
taking him off because he's big. Also today, I realized he's the worst watchdog of all time. We never had like a stranger just like show up, and the main contact I work with at the roofing company, I let him into our backyard through our front door, and Otis was locked up when he did that. So I went back into the office. The guy went back in the front door, or through the front door, and then came back to go back to the backyard again. And Otis was left out. And I just heard the guy, I walk out there, he's just petting Otis, and Otis is wagging his tail. And
Otis made a new friend, did he?
he did. And
Yeah.
the guy could have been stealing everything in our
Oh, I
house. and
know. I know. That's the kind of dog he is.
As long as I get pets, you can take whatever you want.
Yeah.
Just don't touch my treats.
Yeah. He loves it.
Uh,
Absolutely loves it.
But yeah, so we watched a bit of it, and then we just wanted something more wholesome, so we watched 90 Day Fiancé instead.
Okay. That's pretty wholesome, isn't it?
Did you watch the whole debate?
I didn't watch the whole debate. I kind of dozed off at toward the end of it. But I feel kind of the same way you did. I never got a straight answer out of either one of them. And, I'm just, I don't know. I just, out of all these millions and millions and millions of people in this country, we have these two to pick from, which is kind of sad, in my opinion.
Personally, I liked when Kamala walked out and she, or Kamala. Well, Kamala. She walked out and she introduced herself to him. Did you see that?
I saw her shake his hand.
Well, she went to him, so it looked,
right.
I mean, it looked pretty bad on his part that he didn't kind of like meet her in the middle, but
I think he was attempting to.
I guess she's just faster than him.
I don't know. Maybe she's...
But just the fact that she introduced herself when obviously he knows who she is.
I think he knew.
So that was a power play.
Yeah, I was.
But yeah, it was just old. Got over it.
You know what? I'm totally over this whole election thing this year. For years past, presidential campaigns past, I've been kind of into it, really into it. I couldn't get enough of it. But this year it's just kind of like, give me a break, folks. It's just, so bitter and so much vitriol that I'm done with it.
It's crazy watching replays of old debates with like Romney and Obama and like how civil they were, and it was entertaining to watch because it was mostly facts, and they would say, "Good point, but this is actually the answer." And
we went and saw that Reagan movie.
Yeah,
I hate to change this. I was kind of related to what we're talking about, but they were talking about how well that Ronald Reagan and a Speaker of the House at the time got along with one another. They would have dinner. They'd get together every night at 5:00 and have drinks. And I thought that's pretty neat. Couldn't do that today, but in any event, they were able to put partisan politics aside to make sure that the country was taken care of. And I don't see that very much with what's going on today.
Nope. Speaking of watching things,
kind of leave that at that.
Football's back.
Oh, shit! I'm surprised we're doing a podcast.
I didn't want to tonight because football's on, but
I know.
Yeah. Started a few minutes ago, and it's on 5 nights a week. We got Thursday night NFL, Thursday night college, Friday night college, Saturday all day college, Sunday NFL, Monday NFL. So it's really just Tuesday and Wednesday that kind of suck.
Well, we started out to do the podcast on Tuesday, and that didn't work. But
yeah, well, I'll get home and I was like, "Is there football on tonight?" I'm like,
"Well, yeah."
What day is it?
Yeah,
most likely.
Yeah. So you're the big football hound, then. I mean, you'll watch it all then.
Oh, it can be Central Connecticut State versus Florida School for the Blind, and I will be tuned in.
Just tuned in. Who would you be rooting for?
Well, the underdogs, the School of the Blind.
School of the Blind.
Yeah, I mean, I watch as much as I can. Usually I'm shooting weddings on weekends in the fall, so I don't get to watch a lot of them. So I soak it in when I can, but you can catch me on the couch for most of the day, Saturday. And I guess last week I did a lot of yard work over the weekend, so I deserved to relax, but I had a long week the week before.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
As long as Janelle believes all that, we're okay.
I was out there doing yard work, and she saw that I was working hard. And
okay. You deserve it. Sit down here, honey. And let me get you a drink. What kind of drink would you like?
She knew that I got assaulted at the airport the day before. So I deserved it.
So when you walked out of the booth from the TSA with a big smile on your face, people knew what?
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. Yeah. So I deserved a me day,
Okay. All right.
A little pampering.
We get those. We got to have those every once in a while.
But my back. So I went to the gym for the first time in a year and a half.
Did you prepare for it?
I had mentally been preparing for a year and a half.
Okay. So yeah, I'm mentally prepared to go to Colorado with you that one time too. We know how that turned out.
I think I still drank a little more water than you did.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
I mean, me going to the gym, I drank a little more than you going to Colorado, but
yeah.
Yeah, there's water in Coors Light, right?
Sure.
I'll be fine. And 10 minutes in, do you have any canned air?
Yeah. Yeah, it's $17. Okay, I'll take 5 of them.
But yeah,
Well, how was that experience? I mean, it had to be tough.
I didn't like it. I mean, that's why I didn't go for so long. I have behind us, there's a Peloton and a treadmill and a rowing machine in there. So I was using that for when I would work out. I need to get back on that, but went to the gym, just psyched myself up, decided to go, and got there and just, it's Planet Fitness. So it's kind of known for being just overcrowded and
Yeah.
whatever. The app said it was like a 2 out of 10 busyness level, and I showed up and every machine I wanted to use was taken. So, yeah, I was in and out in like 40 minutes, less than 30 to 40 minutes. Got a good workout and didn't want to overdo it. Got home, felt pretty good, and then woke up yesterday and my back was just killing me. And today my back is killing me. So, don't know what I did. Didn't do any back exercises, just did some other stuff, but also was swinging a sledgehammer around for a few hours this weekend.
Busting
So
rocks in the yard.
that could have been it.
I think that might have been the cause. Have you been taking ibuprofen and all that?
I should, I didn't do that.
So you should. That answers the question.
I've mostly just been taking sympathy for my wife.
And how's that worked out?
I'm in a lot of pain still. Just not fixing it. Could you please hand
It was
me
up to her. You made a lot more.
pass me a water, please? Yeah. So that's my current state of things.
Well, that's not bad. I mean,
Sore and
just sore and old and
slept on it wrong. I had a heating pad out last night. That's how much pain I was in.
yikes.
Yeah. Don't feel too good right now.
Well, once we end this podcast, we'll get you some ibuprofen. That'll help you out a lot.
I'll go upstairs and relax to the sound of gunfire.
Yeah, from the Roof Guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Roof Guys. And Otis's new best friend.
I had a millennial word of the week for you.
Ooh, what is that?
Can you think of I didn't ask you to do this. Can you think of a boomer word at all?
Ooh. Not right off the top of my head, no.
Okay, well.
I have to think about this a minute.
All right.
Takes me a while.
You ready for your millennial word of the week?
I'll let you know next week. What?
Your millennial word of the week is aura.
Ooh. The aura. It's auras around you.
You're on the right track. It's not a new word, but
No, it's not. But
can you tell me what the Gen Z slang means?
no, I don't know. I don't know what the Gen
You got to
Z-
guess.
Okay. The type person you are?
Kind of. In particular, it's relating to like it's gauging something.
I don't know. Tell me.
It's describes how cool or uncool you are. It's a
Oh.
quantifiable unit.
So, how would you use it in a sentence?
Yeah, it's a way to playfully judge someone's vibes. Can be used to describe someone's it or cool factor.
How would you judge my aura?
It's mid.
How do they judge it, though?
It's just a vibe probably you give off.
Oh.
For example, someone might say max aura if someone gets the right answer on a math test.
Oh.
Man, that's cool. It's max aura.
Okay. All right.
You can get aura gain if you gain aura points.
Whoa.
Let's say you
They have aura points?
well, yeah. You get it from the aura store.
Wow.
I'm
I'm feeling something here.
Aura
too.
loss.
Maybe we could do something.
to the aura.
Yeah.
Feeling the aura?
Do the I'm feeling it.
Let's say
I'm
like
feeling it.
we get a check for dinner and you're like, no, I got this. You put your card down. That's some big aura. That's max aura.
Okay. All right. I see what you're saying.
When the waiter brings out the wrong thing that you ordered, but you don't complain, even though you really want to, that's big aura.
Big?
Max aura.
Okay.
You're just spitting aura.
So what would be like a mid aura?
Mid aura, let's just say I don't know. You're at Ace Hardware,
Uh-huh.
and they give you a Phillips screw instead of a flathead,
Okay. All right.
and you kind of like tell them, this isn't what I asked for, but you don't yell at them. It'd be mid aura.
Okay. What
But
about a little aura?
But if
Small aura. Small aura would be what?
negative aura, if you ask to speak to their manager,
Oh, that's a negative aura.
So it can be all sorts of things.
That's an interesting phrase, interesting word, and how it's used.
Yeah.
I like that.
It can be cringe and embarrassing or cool and vibey.
Uh-huh. That's me, cool and vibey. Max aura.
Yeah.
MA.
The first thing on here says, WTF does aura mean? The comments say, I think it's how cool you are or something. So yeah, I think we should work on your aura. And mine too.
Work on it?
We'll get max aura next time we're on here.
Okay. How about
If you got a diamond chain on,
ooh,
a big J,
some bling?
that'd be some aura.
Okay.
I think I got some aura points.
Do you? What's that?
I got a new cologne last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did you get? Is it much needed, or what? What's the deal?
It was needed because I wanted a new scent, a new aura,
Oh.
a new aura smell.
Okay, that makes sense. A new aura.
Literally.
Yeah.
Sense.
Yeah.
That was not good aura, me making that pun. That was negative dad joke aura.
No, it was not. It was good aura.
But
Because
yeah,
it was true.
it was true. I did need it. But what happened was I ran out almost, but the cap to my cologne, the sprayer, popped off when I took the other cap off. So there's a lid to it, took the lid off. The spray cap fell off, went down my drain. Negative aura.
That's negative aura.
And couldn't spray it anymore.
That means work aura.
Work aura?
Work aura to dig that thing out of
I had
there.
to put a work aura in for maintenance.
You bet.
And
then we had to do a maintenance aura.
So anyway, it was time for a new scent. I had that cologne for probably like 6 or 7 years. I think I got it with you one time.
Really?
You recommended Polo Red, and I had been using that.
Yeah.
What's your scent aura right now?
My scent aura is with YSL.
Ooh.
Yves Saint Laurent.
Yves Saint Laurent.
Mm-hmm. Laurent.
What's it called? Something weird. It's gonna be like
No, it's just
it's called like my first cologne I had was from Abercrombie, and it's called Very Sexy for Him. I was like, I'm 13.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if that should
work.
I don't think if my teacher should be smelling this.
Yeah.
Taylor, what are you wearing? Oh, hi, Mrs. Smith. It's very sexy for him. Can I get extra credit?
And did that go around that word?
No. I used to just wear it for
No
special
extra
occasions.
points, yeah.
Yeah, that was negative aura. So I went through that one pretty slowly, and then I got the red, Polo Red.
Yeah.
But you don't know the name of yours?
No, I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head. I just buy it by the bottle and the scent. I don't buy it by the name.
So how many did you go through before you picked that one? Did you go to Macy's, or where'd you get it?
We got this one at Macy's because it was on sale. Because that stuff was very expensive.
Yeah, I think mine was like 110 or something.
Yikes.
How many did you try before you settled on that one, though?
I'm just kind of a repeat kind of guy. I didn't, I like what I like. And
well, you used to be Polo like green or something.
Yeah, we used to, I had Polo green before, and I liked that a lot. But I've done Polo green and YSL are my two go-tos.
So you're just palate matured, your scent palate?
Well, no, it just depends on what my aura is for the day.
Ooh, nice.
And
Do you alternate?
I alternate back.
Oh, so you have 2 bottles in stock right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's max aura to be able to afford
Max
2 bottles
aura.
of cologne.
Well, they were gifts.
Don't say that. Shoot, I can
they
get the
were
finer
gifts.
things in life.
Nope.
I age like fine cologne.
No. Should be fine wines, not.
I know. I'm aware of how that works.
Yeah, that negative aura on your part.
Nope, I understood how I was a joke. It was called. So you walked the first time you tried it though. Did you try all of them?
I probably tried. I like this certain scents, and I like anything that's kind of a citrusy scent.
You're a fruity guy.
Yeah, kind of a fruit.
You kind of look like an orange today.
Yeah,
Kind of a fruit.
kind of a fruit.
Don't say that. That's negative. Max neg aura.
Ooh, okay. Well,
You hit the negative
okay.
jackpot.
Well, finally. Yes.
You, what are they doing? I hear the blower.
I think the guy's up there taking a shower or something. I'm not
You
sure.
spray my cologne up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hadn't tried a new cologne in a while, so we walked around all of them. Polo, YSL. I almost settled on one called Bad Boy. It was shaped like a lightning bolt. And Janelle's like, do you have it in a different bottle? And I said, yeah, here's one. And it was just a smaller lightning bolt.
Oh.
So she's like, you're not wearing a lightning bolt cologne. So there's there's kind of two different arrays. Like one smells just like old man. Even like older than
What does that mean?
older than what you would wear. And
What
then,
did
and then some are very, very sweet, and it's more of a perfume.
Okay.
So it's hard to find a good in between where it's
Right.
not like essential oil smelling, but also not too like Is it musty or musky?
Must.
Musty.
Wait a minute. No. A musk smell. M-U-S-K. So. Anyway.
Musky versus musty. They're different smells with different origins and connotations. Musky, a strong, sweet, and complex scent that can be described as warm, earthy, and woody. Musty, a damp, earthy smell that comes from mold and mildew. Okay, so it's musky.
What did you have when you were in high school?
What do you mean?
Cologne-wise.
So I actually just remembered one. So I had Very Sexy for him, and also one called Fierce. And I forget what...
I remember mine was English Leather.
Sounds like something from Anchorman.
It was. It was just, it sold probably 1 million gallons of that stuff.
So Fierce was Abercrombie, and it had the picture of this guy's abs on it. So that was cool. And...
So you're buying because of the advertisement, right?
Oh, Very Sexy for him was a Victoria's Secret men's cologne.
Whoa.
So
you'd have to go into Victoria's Secret and buy the...
I got it as a gift. I did not go in there.
Sure. I'm sure.
Ooh, is that a brassiere?
Yeah.
I couldn't even be seen in there.
You'd go in and never come out.
No.
Where's Taylor?
He's buying cologne. My head down.
Do I have to leave yet?
I got it as a gift, and that one lasted a while. Probably through college, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a big cologne wearer.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's just a big... We talked about going to the eye doctor. It's kind of a big commitment, because your vision,
right,
your biggest sense you use is... it's dictated by your exam for the next year. So you don't do well and you're not going to see for a year. And this is kind of the same. If you choose wrong, people are going to think you stink for a year. So what am I going to smell like?
Well, what did Janelle say?
She liked it.
Okay.
We didn't tell her what it was.
Matters.
Did I tell you what kind it was?
No.
Dolce & Gabbana, light blue.
Ooh,
and then there's like a
light blue.
There were like 4 light blues. So then there's only one that was in stock. The one I wanted wasn't in stock. So
okay.
But it was a little more expensive, but it came with a travel one, which is nice, a little tube of it.
Yeah.
So I could bring it with and spray it wherever I am.
Yeah.
I could have Aura in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Plus Aura everywhere.
I can have Aura in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I can have Aura in Council Bluffs, Iowa. I can have Aura in Toronto, Canada. Doesn't matter where I am. I'll be smelling good.
Yep.
So what's your spray technique, though? Because I've gotten my sister before got in a car with me, and she said it smelled way too strong. And I've never done more than 2 sprays.
Two squirts.
Well, what is your technique?
What my technique is, I'll do 2 sprays in the palm of my hand, and then just kind of dampen.
I think you said more than 2 earlier.
Maybe 3. 2 to 3.
3, 4 if you want the Aura.
No, I ain't going to Aura. No
Okay,
Aura.
so you do...
That's 4's too many.
So you do 3, put it in your hands, and then...
Yeah, and just kind of rub it together and put it on my face, and then on the front of my chest, and that's about it.
I do spray on the wrist, rub the wrist together, put on the neck, and then do a spray in the air, walk through. And sometimes I do a spray in the trousers because you never know when you're going to see the TSA that day.
No wonder the TSA shook you down. That's
why I was lit up bright red in the first place. Sir, did you spray cologne down there?
It smells like Dolce & Gabbana.
You tell me. Is that light blue? Well, the screen was bright red. It was not light blue.
Good stuff, Taylor. Good stuff.
So yeah, I'll be smelling like that for the next 5 to 6 years.
Well, that's fine. That's okay. Until something new comes out, you'll have to have that.
But I felt fancy. Dolce & Gabbana. That's a YSL. That's a very fancy brand.
It is. They are fancy brands.
They didn't sell like Gap Kids Red.
No. It wasn't English leather either.
Like
so
Orvis Oak Tree or something like that.
No.
I'd buy that.
No Orvis musk kind of smell. Smell like an old nasty canoe somewhere or something.
Yeah. Takova's used flask.
Yeah.
You can name for a worn boot.
Uh-huh.
I did get a pair of the same day. I was kind of on a shopping spree, I guess. Got a pair of those Takova's.
Well, they were shoes, weren't they?
They're called loafers, I guess.
Ooh.
Got those. Got to break them in. They're not super comfortable yet, but I put them in the closet, and our closet smells like new leather now. Kind of nice.
Oh, that's nice.
It's pungent.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Our closet has a nice aura.
Uh-huh.
So,
is it a max aura or a mid aura?
First thing in the morning, that can be kind of a harsh aura.
Ooh, negative. That's not good.
Yeah, but throughout the day, it's a nice aura.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my millennial word of the week.
That's good word. Like it.
We're gonna have to get some words from your grandkids.
We are, and I'll do that. I'll do that.
I had a couple other games on here I was going to play with you, but you didn't seem to think they were good, so.
Well, I think we're running out of time, aren't we?
I have one last thing I wanted to mention.
What's that?
I felt like I had a win of the week. I adult peer pressured my neighbor into mowing his lawn the other day.
You peer pressured your neighbor.
Yeah, we talked about adult peer pressure is like when you see your neighbor mowing his lawn, so you got to mow yours.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mowed mine and did trimming and all that on Sunday. And my neighbor came out and he did his. So,
see there,
I felt like I won.
You did. You won. You won on that one.
He kind of like gave me a defeated nod.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like, yeah, thanks a lot, bud.
The wife made me because she saw you over here.
No, the missus on the inside of the.
Can you put your shirt back on, Taylor? Stop spraying cologne in the yard. So yeah, that was episode 49.
Episode 49. And who do we have to thank?
We have to thank Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold.
Our Austrians, our Slovenians.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening to us. We appreciate it.
Got to thank the troops.
Got to thank the troops. Always thank the troops.
The IRS. If they're listening, thanks for all that you do for this country.
Thank you, Mr. IRS.
We could for sure do it without you.
Yeah.
We got to thank Dolce & Gabbana, YSL.
Right. Dolce & Gabbana, YSL. We got to thank
Taylor Atkinson Photography.
And we have to thank
Kansas City Auto Museum.
Thank
you for your muffins.
Yeah. Thank you.
You'll be getting a bill from.
Yeah. Thanks for my new tooth.
And
thanks to my good friend, the dentist.
And buy a cutting board from Chris Dowdy.
That's right.
I saw
CHD wood design.
If it's not passed already, what's
He had the Westport Art Fair.
Oh, he did have it already?
He had it this last weekend.
All right, well, forget it.
And they did extremely well. He and Kathleen did extremely well.
Well, I guess I won't give him a shout out for that.
Well, anyway, we do need to support CHD Wood Designs.
We have to.
Like we have to support Taylor Atkinson Photography.
Just like that.
And
Kansas
City Auto Museum.
We're looking for our first paid sponsor. So if you want to sponsor the podcast for whatever reason,
well, Chris did give me some cash for sponsorship.
I didn't see that.
It was only like $2, but
I didn't see one of them.
That's all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you want to sponsor and we'll give you some Max Aura. We'll give you a good ad read.
We will give.
We can do an ad read. We could do a song if they do.
You know what? We could even do that. We'll even sit down and we'll have Taylor. Oh, we'll have AI develop an ad for us. I like this. We're on something, Taylor.
We could do a new thing and end with my joke of the week I made up.
Okay, let's do it.
My dad usually appreciates these. I don't know if he did because I texted him at 5 a.m. when I couldn't sleep, a string of texts, and then thought, his phone may not be silenced. And he woke up and said it was not silenced.
Oh.
So I got negative sun aura.
Oh, negative aura on that.
Alyssa's the favorite child this week.
Once again, yeah.
So the joke of the week, I already told you this once, so it's not going to be as fun. But John, why did the pony stay home from school?
Why did the pony stay home from school?
Stay home sick from school.
Oh, why did the pony stay home sick from school?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he was a little horse. That seems like a joke that may have not been made up by me, but I thought of it.
Yeah, it's a good. That's a good Taylor joke.
So, anyway, make sure you clean your phone before you take a picture.
Yep, clean your phone. Be sure and wear what?
Well, what's your new one going to be after we get past sunscreen season?
Well,
you can
I'm
always
going to
wear sunscreen.
harp on that. Always going to harp on that.
You'll need a fall one.
Yeah, we will.
Make sure you do no more than 2 squirts.
No, 2
Cologne.
spurts.
Spurts?
Spurts. That's what they call the sprays.
Well, I squirt my cologne.
Okay, all right. No more than 2 squirts.
2 squirts only, no more.
Right.
And you guys just spread that aura, It's tough out there.
Get good aura going.
All right.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
See ya.
You,